It is time to talk about your money once again, and today we are talking about something most of us don't fully understand: Bitcoin. And here to break it all down for us is certified financial planner Jeff Massey. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice
always
to
a pleasure.
see you. Yes, always great to have you here. I've been hearing incessantly for the past 6 months or so, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. I'm not sure I entirely have grasped what it is. I think I have an idea, but when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, what do we really need to know?
Yeah, that would put you in the majority because most people don't really know what it is. And I jokingly refer to it as smoke and mirrors. Some person or group allegedly came up with this concept of cryptocurrency. So they started it with algorithms, and you have to solve a crypto puzzle.
Right.
When the puzzle is solved, you earn bitcoins. So that's what they call mining. And it's interesting how that all comes about because there's virtually no regulation with this.
Right, I was going to
so it's a little bit scary with
ask you a little bit about that, because anytime something is new and or novel, there are many things we have to work through. And certainly when it comes to initial value, when we first became aware of it, what was that initial value, and can you tell us if it has grown exponentially?
Oh, you can say that. Yeah. The original 10,000 block of Bitcoin was worth $41. $41. Today, Friday's price,
right,
$65 million. And in December, when it peaked over 19,000, that would have been worth over $190 million.
Does it seem possible to you that that could even happen? I mean, how come we weren't in on the ground floor of this?
You know, people aren't buying it to use it as currency. A lot of people are using it as an investment vehicle, which is a very scary thing to do, in my opinion.
Now, let's talk about if it is taxable or not. If in anytime we have something like this, does that factor into play?
Well, some people think because it's untraceable that they'll be able to sell it at a major profit and not claim that as an income taxable event. So that is a kind of a concern because the IRS has already requested the information as to who owns Bitcoins and what the transactions are.
Now, with regard to fraud, anytime we have something that's grown to be this massive, we have to be mindful of this.
Yeah, I was at a conference recently and they talked about that even though supposedly it's all encrypted and you need that encryption key to access the coins, there has been fraud already, and not just fraud, but allegedly somebody has passed away recently that has the key and they can't find the key for that deceased person. Allegedly it's worth about $500 million worth of Bitcoin.
Wow. And
that will just evaporate.
Sure, and anytime, like I've said, you know, something like this grows and we have arrived at this point in our history or with regard to something like this, we want to know, is this a viable investment? Is this something that I should move towards? So would you recommend somebody pursuing this? Would you recommend your clients getting involved? What would you say to someone who's considering it?
Generally not. The way I would look at it, if you're going to put money into Bitcoin, it should be a very small amount. And when you write the check to go into Bitcoin, just kiss it goodbye. And if you have that kind of a mindset towards it, then whatever you get on the back end is good.
A little bit of gravy.
It's like going into the roulette wheel and put it all on red. You're willing to risk it all.
Right.
Well, and that's how I would look at this. So for most folks, I would say stay away from it.
Very valuable information, Jeff. Thank you so much for breaking it down for us.
All right.
Great to have you here. If you guys would like even more terrific sound advice from Jeff along with Massey and Associates, just be sure to visit Roadshow.com, where we have a link to his website.